What's up, adventure chasers? This is Trace, the Airstream guy, coming to you from Airstream Charlotte. Today, we're going to do a fast-paced walk around on this 28-foot classic Airstream with a twin split in the rear. I'm going to be doing the external walk around, and my guy Cam, he's going to be blowing up the inside with some information for you guys. There's a lot to talk about on a classic, so without further ado, let's just get started and share some of the good news with you. Right here in the front on the Classic, let's start talking about some of the fixings, as we say here in the South. And trust me, the Classic has a lot. Right out the gate, some of the traditional features that you're going to see on an Airstream are right here on the Classic as well. Right out the gate, up front here, you've got your iconic rock stone guards on the Classic. That's going to help you guys cut down that rock. Airstream also puts in a stone guard on the glass. This is also tinted film. It's going to help cut down the solar. The solar glass inhibitors in the Airstream are going to cut down about 70% of that solar. The cool thing about this stone guard on the glass is it toggles up. You can lock it down, and then you can open up this window and extend it, which is going to allow you to create airflow in that Classic without using some of the electric ventilations or even your AC. So nice feature there from Airstream. Up here up front also, you're going to have your LP shroud. Inside here are two 30-pound steel propane tanks for you. Those propane tanks are going to power some of the things in the Airstream for you. And what Airstream does inside the shroud here, if Cam will bring the video in, a couple things you can see. There's a regulator there, so that'll funnel the propane from one tank to the other when it gets low. Also, there's a QR code inside the latch hood there. That's going to give you guys about a minute or two additional information. Airstream's going to have those throughout the coach just to give you a little bit of more insight on a particular feature that you want some of the information on. Also up front here, we've got an electric tongue jack. You've got a light here. You've got your up and down switch. This is going to get you off the hitch, off the ball of your truck, and control your level from the front of the coach right there on that electric jack. All Airstreams are going to take a 2 5/16 on the ball. Also up front, right behind the propane shroud, there's a locked steel box. That's going to have, in this particular coach, great time to talk about it, that's going to be 2 battle-born lithium batteries in there. And check this out, the Classic, which has all the fixings in it, as we say down here. I mean, it's got everything. It's going to have a little bit of solar for you. So you're going to have your 300 watts of solar up top. You're going to have your 2,000 watt inverter converter. And then you've got your 200 amp lithium battle-born batteries. And that's going to give you a lot of pop. Now, you can add some additional solar panels right here on the hookups with the Classic. And also, let's be mindful that this is heated, right? This is a Classic, and this is solar and lithium. So you're going to have the heated aspect of that, so you'll be able to heat those batteries and be able to use them at all times. Also, at the front of the Classic is a full spare tire. Really cool that Airstream makes sure that you got a full, quick release spare tire, so that when you get in a crisis, you can get back on the road quick. I worked on those some other brands, and a lot of times they just don't have spare tires, right? So if you were to get in a situation, you have to call somebody to get you out of it. That just delays us getting to the fun and getting to the memories. Before we leave the front, we do want to talk about the LPG port, the propane port. That's clutch because, look, a lot of times when you're camping, you're going to do cooking outside. So anything that uses propane as a propellant or fuel to cook with, like a Blackstone, you're going to be able to jack that in right there, set up your cook spot here, and be able to do it outside. Okay, couple things here on the corner. This is a Dexter toe assist. This is a really cool aspect. You can zoom in there a little bit on that cam and show them. This is going to coincide with your tow vehicle and your weight and sway, your hitch combinations. But this Dexter toe assist is going to help mitigate sway. Once you get to about 45 miles an hour, that's going to kick in and just help mitigate that and make sure that you have a good controlled journey as you're pulling that Airstream, down the road. Also, GVWR, this 28 footer is going to come in about 8,800 pounds. Now that's fully loaded. So if you were to put all the beanie weenies that you can fit in here and totally load it out, you'd be about 8,800 pounds, GVWR. But, basically a big half ton or 3/4 ton could pull this based on your hitch weight and your tongue weight availability. As we make our way down here, the Classic also has the Sombrella solar awnings. These are iconic. On the Zip D, there's nothing better than a Zip D. It's encased when it's up. This is going to really help cut down on the solar on these windows. And we know when we minimize and we reduce heat attacking the integrity of the Airstream, it makes for a cooler environment inside, and it's more fun. It's just better. Also on the Classic, you're going to have aluminum doors, right? So instead of like the plastic painted doors on some of the other trim packages on the Classic, they're going to be locked aluminum doors so that you can access different stuff. That's going to be your spray port areas for your hot and cold water. This is going to be a 50 amp service on this with your two big ACs up top that have your heat pumps with them. So they're dual purpose, but you're going to have your smart plug in here on a 50 amp. We might see that in one of the storage bins as we walk around the coach, but that smart plug is clutch. It's got 22 times the connectivity of the traditional kind of twist lock that you see on those other brands. And this makes for a better connection. Plus the smart plug has low voltage, reverse polarity lights, no power, just to help you as the camper understand what kind of power that you have coming in there. And then you've got a data port and a cable outlet. So if you're at a campground, you can pipe that in. As we move along here to the end, you got a black tank flush system, which is awesome. That's a use it or lose it situation where you can get a full clean from the top to the bottom in the black tank. It also got your city water connection here. Cool thing on the Classic and in Airstreams, those are going to come equipped with a 50 PSI water pressure regulator to make sure none of those little small lines or little valves in there get attacked with too much pressure and pop off or cause a leak. They're going to take care of that for you. Your potable water is locked as well with a aluminum exterior door. So if you are going somewhere where you need to take fresh water, you can load up your fresh water right there. As we come back to the back of the coach, talk about this twin split, the difference between like a queen or full or a twin split in an Airstream, you're going to get more external storage. And that is so clutch when you're chasing fun, freedom, adventure. Depending upon how you're using it, where you're going, and what you need to bring, storage is always an ally of a streamer or somebody looking to camp. And then we lock that down underneath the storage facility, Cam. Let's show them. This is the black tank, the gray water flush area here. You've got your black valve, you got your gray. This is where you would do your flushing and hook up. And then right next to it, conveniently, for your wastewater hose and maybe some gloves, you can actually store it inside that tube that Airstream installs there, so you can keep that stinky slinky there. As we come to the back of the coach, back here, you've got the up at top, you've got a backup camera. With that camera, you can have it turned on as you're going down the road so that you can see the traffic and the people behind you, which gives you just more visibility overall as you're towing, which just makes you feel safer, obviously, and then you're able to react as you see things happen. So that's really nice safety piece there and super clutch. You're going to have the rear solar awning in the Classic, which is really nice as well. Once again, cutting down the heat, and Airstream makes sure that you've always have that. These solar awnings are really easy to put up or take down. I'm just going to demo the quick put up of that, and of course we can store the little pins if we were traveling. Right below it's another storage, Cam. Look, show them inside here, Cam. Actually has some stackable compartment areas and a little deeper recess, so you could store stuff down in here, and then you have a layer with a frame right here, so you know on top. And look, that smart plug is actually in here, so we can kind of show that to them. This is going to be your connectivity right there. real easy to do. And then this tells you about the different readings and on top of the light. So like I said, polarity issues, low voltage or no power, that just tells you. Rear bumper storage ability right there. So if you have, they're going to store your little manual awning, stem grabber, and then a little manual override or something back there. But anything you wanted to store in the rear bumper that's okay with the elements, getting a little air, could go back there. Beautiful LED rear lights in a Classic, encased in aluminum with the dual LED. So nice. As we finish up on this side, you got another storage bin over here on that twin split. Oh my Lord, we've got the big Zip-D electric awning on the Classics. Now, where we're at, we're right next to another Airstream. So we're demoing this with the awning just part way out. But it gives you an idea that, you know, if you were camping and you couldn't open up the awning all the way, maybe there was an obstruction or another camper next to you, you could open up partially and give yourself some coverage out here. But that's an electric awning, and that gives you the ability to do that. It's got the Sunbrella material in the Classic Zip-D encased awning cover. Right there, Cam just showed you the extend and retract buttons behind that aluminum door, lockable door, for your electric jacks that are equipped on this Classic. And then look, a little additional storage port right here that you'll be able to utilize for sure, throw some different things in. You got a 110 outlet right here's at the door. Look, I'm getting ready to hand this over to Cam. I've just about wrapped up the exterior on this 28-foot 2025 Classic twin split. But I do want to say two things. One, this is a family-owned dealership at for Airstream, and we're Airstream exclusive only. So we're not associated with any chains or other dealerships. It's Airstream Charlotte, and the family that we're with has been in the segment for like 40 plus years. That's awesome. And then secondly, let's be mindful. I know a lot of people talk about the price of Airstreams and the difference, and they're always asking why. Are they more expensive? Are they actually more quality? There's a lot we can go and dig into there, and there's a lot of info out there, but I'll say this, pretty simple. It takes about 400 labor hours to build an Airstream. 3,000 rivets, and a bunch of screws and dowels, and a bunch of hand-built stuff inside. It's 400 labor hours approximately. And you look at Toyota and that other lineup, and you start looking at 30-footers with 2 or 3 slides that are selling for, you know, whatever price they're selling at. And those rigs take about 40 hours to build. It's amazing. 400 versus 40. Say less. I'm going to hand this over to Cam. He's going to take over, starting here at the door, and he's going to share some insights on the inside.
Welcome back, adventurers. This is Cam over at your favorite family-owned and operated Airstream exclusive dealership. Trace did an amazing job talking about the outside of my 28-foot Classic. 28-foot came out just this year in the 2025 model line, and he did an amazing job talking about what makes the Classic so special in our lineup. So today, I'm going to dive a little bit into what's going on the inside of the Classic. So before I take a step in, I wanted to just point this out. The Airstream is going to be certified green of the Emerald status. What this means for you guys is that it's going to be built with everything clean. All the materials on the inside are going to be clean. The glues, everything. There's going to be no formaldehyde, no off gases. So whenever you're stepping into other trailers, you get that new trailer smell. That's truly what it is formaldehyde and off gases that the human body truly shouldn't be breathing in. I mean, even down to the insulation of an Airstream, it won't support the growth of mold or mildew. So you'll always be safe no matter where you're camping. That's an amazing thing about the Airstreams. One more quick thing with this is the doors on the Airstream. Like Trace said, it takes about 400 man hours just to build one Airstream. They spent 8 hours alone on this door. I mean, check out how many welds and everything is going on around. So this door is going to be nice and sturdy for you. It's going to shut like a safe. There's nothing like it out there in the market. Beautiful doors, beautiful engineering. We love what the guys over at Airstream in Jackson Center, Ohio do. So let's go ahead and step into it. Let's go ahead and check out this 28-foot Classic. First thing I want to bring up is with the Classic, you're going to get a doorbell. Isn't that awesome, guys? And then with this handle here, it's going to be a little bit different than everything else you guys have been seeing. It's going to illuminate a really nice blue color for you. So that's going to be something special that comes on that Classic for you. And then after that, let's go ahead and take a step in. My goodness, check out this Classic. I mean, this is top of the line, guys. This is residential. I can see myself being in here for years. I'll go travel the world with it, with this Classic here. But let's not talk about me. Let's go ahead and get into it. So here at the Classic, you're going to have a lot of the same things that are with all the other trailers, and there's going to be a few more additions. So we'll go ahead and talk about those additions. So first thing up front, you're going to have this sofa. This sofa is amazing, guys. So there's going to be little footrests that come out at the bottom, and the sofa will lay completely flat, so it'll turn into a bed for you. It's going to be made with that ultra leather material. And if you guys haven't felt what this feels like yet, I recommend you come into the dealership. I mean, this is butter. This is the softest leather I have ever felt. So I wouldn't even need sheets to sleep on this. I just grab me a blanket and pass out. So that's awesome. Going to have controls all throughout. So you'll be able to turn on all your lights, turn off all the lights, dim them if you needed to. You're going to have that same control panel right behind you as soon as you enter in the Classic. Going to have some overhead locker storage up top. So you're going to have nice audio system. You're going to have internet ports, HDMI, some inverter circuits. Like I said, this is going to be like most of my other trailers. You plug anything into that HDMI circuit right there. That'll go to all your TVs. So you plug in your Roku, Apple TV, Fire Stick, whatever it might not be, and it'll go ahead and shoot to your TVs. A lot of people ask me what this key is for right here on the inside of my Classic. So the Classic is going to have a little bit different monitoring system. It's going to be able to connect to internet. It's going to be able to connect to your phone. And you'll be able to monitor everything that's going on with your Classic. You can see, exactly how much is in your LP tanks. You can check out your tire pressure. There's a lot of things that you'd be able to check out. So that's going to be what that lock is for. That's how you turn on and off that monitoring system. Beautiful LED lights, nice exhaust fan. Like I said, guys, that's going to bring out 720 cubic feet of air per minute. Open up a few windows, open up that screen door. It'll cool down in no time. We love this little extension right here that they added onto the Classic. Just give you a little bit more counter space whenever you're prepping your food. In addition to these covers that go over the top of this very deep sink, you'll be able to feed the whole family and get all the dishes in there. It's going to be made with that Corian solid surface. So it's going to be nice food grade safe for you guys. Don't have to worry about anything getting contaminated. Some more overhead locker storage here. Going to have a 3-gas LP burner with this cast iron top. Airstream really tries to make sure they pay attention to the details. So here with the Classic, you can see this is a little bit different setup than the rest of my travel trailers. You have that glass top that comes over everything else, whereas this is going to have that nice cast iron that goes over it. And if you guys notice, there's a few little dips and crevices right here behind my cabinet, or behind my counter, excuse me. Those are going to be all throughout my trailer, and there's going to be little heating systems. So the Classic is going to come with a different heating system than anything else in my entire lineup. It's going to have that Aldi heating system. So what that's going to do is going to give you a nice, moist, radiant heat in the winter instead of that dry heat like your HVAC gives out. So there's going to be a glycol solution that runs around the entire perimeter of the trailer, and that's going to be exactly where this heat comes out. The reason why this is amazing is that it'll evenly heat the entire trailer, cabinetry and all. So you don't have to worry about, things in the cabinets being all cold whenever you need to go get them. Everything is going to be heated nicely. Another cool thing about that glycol solution, there's going to be a towel rack on the inside of your bathroom. It's going to run through that. So you'll have heated towel racks and a heated shower floor. Now that's luxury, guys. I love it. We're going to have some skylights throughout. Just open up everything, the Vista View windows, bringing in all that outside in. Big, beautiful TV. This dinette here will be able to drop down into a bed. There's going to be some additional cushions that will come with it. You're just going to hit this little buttons right here, the up and down. That'll allow that to go up and down for you. You'll be able to change all that. Right here, this is going to be my Aldi control system. So this is that heating system that I was talking about. You'll be able to turn that on. You can use gas or electric to use that one right there. This is going to be the monitoring system that's inside this Classic. So like I was saying, it's going to be a little bit different for you guys. Like you have that key up front, and then there's also going to be an app that you can log into. Now, you'll be able to get all the same information on the app that you get on this display panel. So you can see exactly how much down to the percentage is left in your LP tanks. You can see what's going on with your batteries. You can see what's going on in your fresh gray and water tanks. You can see what the temperatures are, what your solar's doing. And then check this out. You can even see exactly what the tire pressure is and what temperature each one of the tires are. Even that spare tire that's up underneath the cabin. Now that's amazing. Airstream really put their thought into this and made sure that, you know, everything is going to be nice. Be able to control all your lights, just scroll through, be able to turn on all your exhaust fans. You can control just about every single thing from this control panel right there. So I have this nice convection oven right here. So it's going to be microwave and convection for you. Some pantry storage. This is nice, a little bit different than everything else. Going to have some more storage back through there. Another little guy up underneath. Just trying to make sure they incorporate space everywhere that they can. Some more storage up top. Going to have an 8 cubic foot refrigerator, so plenty of space throughout. Oh, there's a little water bottle up there, so make sure to get that out when we get. Big, beautiful TVs. So you're going to have some more storage on this side. It's a pull-out drawer. Then this one's just going to be a little access panel. That's going to be where that Aldi glycol solution is sitting. We have some wardrobe space. That wardrobe space is going to be cedar lined, so you don't have to worry about any moisture or anything building up back into your wardrobe. So you can make sure that all the clothes and everything are going to stay nice and correct temperatures and everything for you. So let's go ahead and swing this bathroom door open. Check out that ingenuity. This swings all the way open. And look how big that vanity is. Oh my. You don't get a vanity that big in any one of the Airstream models. We're going to have another large vanity here on the inside. And then this is that towel rack I was talking about. That's going to be heated for you guys. So you just put your towels there. Everything's going to be nice and heated. Go ahead and check out this shower. Lovely showers. You have exhaust vents up here, so that way when you're taking your showers, you can open that up and it won't get too steamy in the inside. Clothes racks and everything on the inside in case you wanted to dry off your bathing suits, things like that. You're going to have these 2 curtains. So you're going to have a curtain right here, and then you're going to have a curtain right on the other side of that bathroom door. That's just going to help divide up all the space. So that way, in case people are back here sleeping and you have people up front, you can go ahead and use all the bathroom facilities and not bother anybody. This is the twin split combo that we were talking about. So the twins are amazing. They're going to be a little bit longer than my queen bed, so everybody tends to love them for that reason. And a little bit wider than the queen bed once you cut that queen bed in half. Now, crazy thing about the Airstream Classic is these beds are on a remote tilt. So this bed, actually, the head of it is tilted up right now. So I have controls right here behind this, and I also have some controls right here beside the bed, right alongside of my USB and USB-C ports. So when I press these buttons, my bed is going to lay down flat. The head of it is going to lay down flat. So it's just a nice feature that Airstream decides to incorporate with the Classic. So that way, whenever you wanted to lounge in bed but didn't want to lay all the way flat, you have the ability to do that. We're going to have some more controls on the back right here to control all your lights. Have that nice ducted AC, 2 AC units, 1500 BTUs throughout on both of them. Some more locker storage. Incorporate some sheets and pillowcases for you guys. Then there's always going to be some storage up underneath the beds. Now this is going to be a little bit different than every single other twin bed configuration that I've showed you, because if you guys remember, all the other ones, those doors just pulled straight down. Whereas these are actually going to be a drawer system up underneath, so that way you can really access everything that's back there without having to reach deep back down up underneath the beds. That's pretty much going to cover up the inside of my Classic for me, guys. I appreciate you coming out and joining us. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tune in for more, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you soon.